Oh, and here we are. Another dreary day. Sunday afternoon. The end of 2 weeks of, let's say, vacation. Liza said we have to go, and here we are walking. I think she's today in a little bit better mood. And another firecracker in the distance. They are still throwing them. So yeah, Liza is, I think, in a better mood than yesterday. So at least so far she is walking. Tuki Tuki. Yeah, I was thinking that I thought that we are already done with firecrackers, but we still have the Orthodox Christmas, and then hopefully we'll be done. So yeah, perhaps tomorrow we will be done with it. Oh yeah, at least it's not raining, but apparently the next week from Tuesday on, or perhaps even from tomorrow, there could be rain. Basically, I just checked the weather forecast, and it's basically from Tuesday onwards, rain, which will not be the best, because we will get completely wet. And yeah, Liza in the morning, we went out, she met Nar, she got breakfast there. Apparently she already got one ear from mom. They were doing some then exercises with little sis, the tricks. And then she said, okay, I need to go out. And here we are. Oh. Okay, bomo kakal. So far no luck with the number 2. Oh yeah, it's cold. Still, I think -3, I believe. But at least there is no fog to make it even worse. Dust. No more treats. Just streets. So I mentioned that there is a possibility of dog tax here in Slovenia. We will see what will happen, but we know that currently there is also a new land tax reform in progress. So in Slovenia we have one of the highest tax on the salary, on your income, but we have rather low taxes on properties, on the land. And now they are thinking of taxing more the land properties. So we will see. So basically the main motivation, according to the government, is to tax people that own multiple properties. Pridi Lizi greva čez. So the first property, basically where you live, would have the, let's say, the base level of tax, and then each additional property would have, you know, a higher tax added on. So one of their main motivation of the government is, you know, to provide more ownership, or at least, you know, leasing of properties, especially the apartments, you know, in the society. But currently, officially, just here in Ljubljana, we have more than 11,000 apartments where, according to the electricity company, there is no activity in them, and basically, according to the, you know, low usage of the electricity, they assume that nobody lives there in them. Of course, we have, I think, more than 100,000 apartments or properties also here where nobody officially lives in, but I assume quite a lot of them, or like 90% of them, are already have people living in them, so they are, you know, someone is or some family is renting them. Kai, Lizzie? I don't see anything. So yeah, this is another tax that they want, the government want to introduce this year. Well, they have less than, what, 2 years, year and a half until the end of the mandate, and this property tax reform was one of their, let's say, main promises. Well, there's more. So this government, I think last year, or has been already 2 years, no, I think it's last year, we had so-called, you know, supplemental health coverage insurance. Напрямую Лизика. So you had, you know, your mandatory health insurance, then you had your supplemental health insurance, dust, and then you had, you know, your optional health insurance. So first was basically mandatory for everyone, and they, basically with that you had access to healthcare in the case of emergency, and basically the basic medical needs were covered through that. But if you didn't have additional or supplemental health insurance, you had to pay, you know, surcharges for every let's say healthcare service, or even for, you know, drugs. Of course, you still have to pay for some, but yeah. So basically, and the third one is, you know, your, let's say, typical health insurance. You know, in the case if anything happens to you, the insurance company will, you know, provide some money for your, let's say, for every day when you have your arm broken and you cannot work, you will get some money. So the first level, let's say, of cover of insurance everyone had to have The second was basically you had to also have, but wasn't mandatory per law. And the government, one of their main points was that Lizi, fuito, that because the first level, the basic, you were paying to the public health insurance, while the number 2 and number 3 levels were paid to the private insurance companies. So the point of the government was that the private insurance companies are making profit on the level 2 insurance, and that's not right, because still we have, backlog. You are waiting to get seen by the doctor, especially the specialists. And so last year government basically renamed this tax, and now it basically became a mandatory. So before, you were paying the second level to the private insurance companies, but now the money goes to the public health insurance, and it's 35 euros per month per person. And basically, as when you're employed, now the 35 euros are just deducted from your paycheck, and your employer sends that money directly to the insurance, the public insurance. But check it. And already last year, in the end of the year, like November, December, rumors started to swirl around, social media, that the government is planning to raise these 35 euros to, I think, 37.5, something like that, for 2-3 euros per person per month, because they are losing money. So yeah, peva Lizica. So while before the point of government was that private companies are making profit on account of this supplemental insurance, now they are saying that government isn't able to provide the same, not only that they cannot provide the same level of care as previously, but they are not even making any profit, and they are basically losing money. So now we have to raise this tax a little bit again. So yeah, another tax, but they are not done. On another tax we will talk a little more later, tomorrow. Okay, we will end on this point.